What's up? So this is going to be for my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So the overall energy that you're sitting in right now is flexibility. This is about teachability, being open-minded, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. A tree's roots are so solidly planted in the ground that its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it seems to be in shambles. This is how you need to be now. Willing to learn new things, become teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is so important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. Because at this time, others will be more flexible with you too. See, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential, and you find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up. Open your mind, open your heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Let's see if we can meet in the middle. God makes a great mediator. So in the past, there was some sort of divine opportunity. You could have possibly met a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, maybe. And everything just seemed right. You know, after going through so many ups and downs, this was a time period where things were up, or at least looking to be up. This was a fated opportunity, a fated connection, a divine connection, or at least so you thought. Because shortly after, your fears, your worries came to the surface. And the deeper that you got to know this person, the deeper that you immerse yourself within this opportunity, you were thinking to yourself, okay, maybe, just maybe, this person, this opportunity is here to rescue me. This is justice from the Lord. Because even though I'm still in pain, I feel less and less of that pain the more that I go through this experience, the more that I date this person, the more that I live in this area, the more that I work this job. And things began moving really quick. Really, really quick. And so now you're in a place where it's almost like you're living in a fantasy. There could be several different options that are available to you right now. There could be a lot of temptations coming on. There could be even some unattainable desires. Maybe wishes that you need fulfilled. Some of you could just be failing to recognize the reality of a situation that you're in. Because it seems that whatever it was that felt so divine, it felt so right, it felt so great before, now it may not be like that. Maybe right now is a dream. Maybe right now is a wish. Maybe right now you are living through an illusion. And it seems like there's things that you want. There's things that your heart and your soul require. that they need. But it seems like as long as you stay in a situation, they're unfulfilled. You almost start feeling like you're going unnoticed, or like God is ignoring you. You could even be in a relationship where you feel pushed aside and ignored, like your feelings and your emotions and everything that you bring to the table, like it doesn't matter. You start thinking about where this might be possibly coming from. You start examining why it is that you're unhappy. Why it is that you just can't seem to be right. It's like you know that you're unhappy. You know that you're unsatisfied, but you just can't quite put your finger on it. And you know that you feel alone. You know that you feel like nobody cares. And you might even feel emotional distance between whatever this is. I would bet my last dollar that a lot of you maybe have felt alone in this situation, period. Like there was no one that you could speak about this, and they would know how it is that you feel. This is feeling shut out. This is feeling like no matter what it is that you do, every open door that you try to go down, that you try to go through, it seems like it's closed right in your face, and then you have to figure out a new approach. And so finally, when you get to a point where you say enough is enough. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of feeling lonely. I'm tired of feeling unnoticed. I'm tired of feeling like I'm unworthy. Like I have no value. Like I'm not appreciated. Like I'm not protected. I'm not loved. And you decide to put your plans into a practical plan and pursue whatever those desires are that are burning deep inside of you. You start making practical steps towards achieving your goals. Doing a little here, doing a little there. Maybe setting up that savings account for that one day you're finally going to leave that person. You know, maybe looking at other different jobs, you know, going on interviews and whatnot. Setting up for the day that you're finally going to tell your job to kiss your ass. You start figuring out how it is that you can maybe gain some confidence in this situation. And start pursuing your goal with little regard to what is being sacrificed. Because at this point, you don't give a damn. You're ready to be out by any means necessary. You get to the point where you get so fed up, it's like, I'm ready to walk away from this job, from this company, from this family, from this relationship. Because you realize how it's no longer fulfilling you. You could question whether or not it ever did fulfill you, or if you were just caught up in a fantasy. And so, as you walk away, you're going to start working harder towards your goals. You're going to take your emotions out of this. Start making some head over heart decisions. Start thinking logically about how you can effectively pursue whatever these goals are. Because right now it's all about being around things that pour back into you. You're realizing how precious your time and your energy is, and you're being more careful with the things that you choose to give your energy to. Because it's not just about the energy that you take on, but it's also about the energy you put out and which you allow. And then, as if out of nowhere, comes that opportunity. Comes that day. But things start moving and tides start shifting. It's a major change. This is the day where you choose to do rather than not to do. This is the day where you start moving with quickness. This is your transformation, your power to create change. All that power that's within your hands. This is higher thinking that leads to a new insight. And that leads to you taking action and going towards your happiness. Because you realize your purpose. You realize that you have ideas, you have goals, you have values that are valuable. And so whether or not someone is going to walk on you with that path, you're going to forge a new path for yourself by any means necessary. And what's fueling this energy is your hurt, your pain, your trauma. You've been in some really dark places. You put a smile on your face and you act like everything's been okay, but it hasn't been. These last couple of years, you've suffered. It's been a lot of sorrow. It's been a lot of grief. A lot of sadness. A lot of wounds that were ripped open. A lot of memories of being betrayed, being abandoned. A lot of depression that you suffered. And so now, you're going towards your victory. Going towards your abundance by any means necessary. So if that means getting over someone, leaving a toxic relationship behind, doing what it is that you have to do to pick yourself back up, being flexible to new love that may come in, having to open yourself back up to a new person. You want love. You want your goal, whatever is on your goals. It's going to be different for everybody. Some people want love. Some people want the career of their dreams. Some people are dreaming for a career in love. Whatever it is, you're realizing that as long as you stay stuck in this past situation, it was not going to manifest the way that you wanted it to. So this is all about realizing what is truly at play, removing yourself from the toxicity, learning from your experiences, and going towards whatever God has for you, even if that plan looks a little bit different than the idea you had in mind. Because in the end, it's all going to work out. Because by you trusting in God's plan, that not only opens the door to spirit, but it opens the door to romance. And it creates balance within yourself. Everybody always asks about what Sierra's plan was. Well, what Sierra's prayer was, rather. And the thing is, Sierra didn't pray for a good man. Sierra prayed for herself. Because Sierra realized that she herself was contributing to inviting the exact type of energy that she did not want into her life. And I always say, once you take accountability, then you have a responsibility. And that's the point that you guys are about to be at. Becoming accountable and then taking a responsibility to take back the power of your life, take back charge of your life.
Tried to fight, but my brain is racing for